In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on this Subaru Crosstrek. Let's get started. Underneath the front of the vehicle, you'll notice that the engine splash shield has an opening towards the back, and through this opening you'll find your 17mm engine oil drain plug. Put a socket on this and break it free. Make sure you have a collection bucket ready to catch the fluid. As you remove the oil drain plug, try to keep a hand on it so it doesn't splash everywhere. Sometimes it's difficult since this cutout is fairly small. Once it's at the end of its threads, remove it. Let the oil drain into the oil bucket. After you've removed your drain plug, inspect it and the washer that's on it. This is very thin and has clearly been reused too many times, so I'm going to discard this. Inspect the threads and the head of this drain plug. If it needs to be replaced, replace it. And get yourself a new washer so that it can seal up nice and tight when you tighten it back up. Otherwise, you will have an oil leak at the drain plug. Once it's down to a drip, it's pretty much done draining, so I'm going to plug it up. Wipe off any drippage. Finish bottoming it out. And as we tighten this, keep in mind the torque for it is 31 foot-pounds. If you're unable to torque it, just do your best to get it nice and snug and get the washer squished a little bit, and that's what's going to create a nice tight seal. And that's it right there. Under the hood, the oil filter is going to be located right next to the oil filler cap. Sometimes you might need an oil filter wrench unless you can remove it by hand, but over time they do get somewhat stuck on here. So I'm going to stick my oil filter wrench on here. This will help me remove it or break it free at least. Now keep in mind some oil will leak out of the filter, even though there is a little bit of a tray here that'll catch it. Take that out. Inspect the surface and make sure the O-ring around the oil filter didn't stay stuck to the housing. Very carefully wipe this off so that any debris that's around here on the sealing surface does not interfere with the new oil filter that we'll be installing. That looks perfect. Let's install the new filter. I have some clean oil on my glove that I'm going to use to lubricate the O-ring. Now because this sits upside down, I can't pre-fill this, which personally I like to do, but in this case we're just going to thread it on. Make sure that the threads start on nice and smooth, and then just bottom it out. Once you feel that the gasket touches, which is right about here, I'm going to give it about half a turn. That's it right there. Just got snug. All you want is to squish that rubber O-ring or gasket that seals up the oil filter. You don't need an oil filter wrench to tighten this up. Now let's add some oil. Open the oil filler cap. On it, you'll see that it says 0W20. That's exactly the oil type or viscosity that you're going to want to use. I recommend putting a funnel in just so you don't spill it everywhere. This engine takes 4.6 quarts of that 0W20 oil, so add it all in. Here's our last half a quart, or 0.6. You don't have to be spot on with this, just try to get it close. Most bottles do have an indicator on the side of them, so try to measure it out the best you can. Remove your funnel if you used one, and cap this off. Just snug it up. Towards the other side of your engine compartment, you'll see this yellow dipstick. This is for the engine oil. Pull it straight out of the dipstick tube and wipe it off. That first reading will not be an accurate reading. After we dip it back in, you'll see that the oil level will be right about at the top dot. This is the full mark. This will be the low mark, but as long as you added your 4.6 quarts, you should be right about here. If you didn't start your engine yet, it'll be a little bit above, but it should be in this area. Dip it back in all the way down, pull it back out, and you'll see my oil is right up here because I haven't started the engine yet, but I did put 4.6 quarts in. My engine is full. So let's put the dipstick back in. Make sure it goes all the way down. At this point you can reset your maintenance reminder if your vehicle has one. If not, just put a sticker on your windshield and take it for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.